Hi, it's Leon, one half of Jen and Leon Travel here, and today I'm here to talk to you about a real game changer in the way that Jen and I travel. If you're going on holiday, or like us, you travel full time, one thing that we both know for sure is that roaming charges are awful. They can be up to like $16 a day in some cases. The connections can be a bit tricky to get started. You have to faff around with text messages and it's a bit of a pain. Not to mention the fact that when you land, you have to go and get your bags, go through the airport, get yourself through security, and then end up having to queue up and face that kind of daunting task of handing over your phone, swapping SIMs, having to remember to keep your own personal SIMs safe, and sometimes succumbing to pretty crazy exorbitant airport SIM card fees as well. Traditionally, we have got our SIMs from the airport. We've done that whole thing of swapping the cards, but to be honest with you, we've always been pretty annoyed about like the plastic element of it, and who knows how many SIM cards have gone by the wayside and ended up in landfill, and they may only be small, but can you imagine the millions that are out there? Not just that, but I'm always personally quite nervous about handing over my phone, especially fiddling around with putting a SIM card in, taking it out. I just don't really like it. So what is an eSIM and how do they work? Well, the E in eSIM stands for embedded, and this is actually a technology that was created by Apple. And this means that the SIM card is built into your mobile phone. This results in the fact that you don't actually need to worry about the fiddle of taking them in and taking them out when you're in situations where you do go abroad or you need to change your provider. One of the best things about eSIMs is that they actually work alongside your existing physical SIM card that you'll get when you get your phone. It's really cool because you can actually keep your SIM card in your phone, and with the eSIM you are effectively downloading the data plan onto your phone, meaning that you can actually run both at the same time and you don't have to worry about losing your number like some may have unfortunately experienced in the past, losing your actual SIM card, which can be a bit of a disaster, I can tell you. Now, I'm not just here to tell you what an eSIM is or to show you what an eSIM is, but I'm also here to talk to you about GigSky and why we recommend you check them out. For those of you who may be traveling for the first time, just to explain that roaming is a service that's provided by your existing mobile phone provider from your country. And generally what this means is when you land, you will be sent a message usually, or you can go onto your app that you may have for that provider, and they will basically provide you a service piggybacking off a local network. But usually the charges for this are ridiculously high. I mean, honestly, you will see maybe 300 or 400 megabytes of data for like $10, and that's probably one of the better options. So really high. Generally what most people tend to do is when they get to a new country, they will go and get a SIM card from one of the local providers in that country. Another one of the problems with that is that traditionally customer service can be quite tricky, especially if you're in a country where you do not speak the language. And also topping up can be quite difficult. You may get that SIM card from that provider, but then the next step is to add extra data if you need it. And again, that can be quite tricky. I mean, Jen and I have been caught out on that before. What springs to mind is maybe once when we were in Langkawi, where I ran out of data. I tried to top up online, it wouldn't accept my card. I went to go out to one of the stores were all closed, and it was just a real pain, and definitely not something that I want to experience or we want to experience again. If you are enjoying this video, we would appreciate you taking a moment to hit that like button, and if you aren't already, please do subscribe. It will help the algorithm to show you more of our videos in the future. Our partners and sponsors of today's video, GigSky eSIMs. For starters, GigSky is a heavy MVNO, which stands for Mobile Virtual Network Operator. And this basically means that they provision their own US-based eSIMs. This gives them a great advantage over other eSIM sellers, as they are an independent operator, unlike the other sellers who are basically covers for other companies. This is an important edge that GigSky have, as it gives them a huge advantage in terms of quality and stability of connection. They have relationships with multiple networks across 190 countries that they operate in. This means that if one network goes down, they can literally just move you instantly over to another network, which keeps you connected at all times. GigSky are one of the very first eSIM companies out there. and their main mission is to help you to travel easy, to stay connected, to avoid those exorbitant roaming charges that I was telling you about earlier. Not only that, but GigSky want you to, like I say, stay connected at all times, not to have to rely on spotty data connections or have to think about Wi-Fi, which sometimes can be unreliable or sometimes you can't even connect to. In fact, we've found that in a lot of airports, you actually need a phone number to connect to the Wi-Fi. That's really annoying, and we've found that many a time on layovers in certain areas of the world. So again, having GigSky just eliminates the need to rely on that form of data to stay connected. Another point of note with that is Wi-Fi isn't always secure. Again, if you have the peace of mind of an eSIM, you know that you will always have secure data when you need it. I mentioned 190 countries, but I also have to mention over 200 cruise ships are actually also covered by GigSky data plans, and there is no other eSIM company that are offering that level of service. You may not know, but Jen and I actually met for the first time in person on a cruise ship coming out of Sydney in Australia. And at that time, 5 years ago, we had no idea about eSIMs like we do today. And I can tell you that even though the Wi-Fi was okay on the ship, probably could have done with some data plans. So next time we'll definitely be trying that out for sure. No other eSIM operator actually offers offshore plans at all. GigSky actually offer throughout the Gulf of Mexico and North Sea coverage. And if that isn't enough, they actually have arrangements with over 30 airlines to offer in-flight data plans too. And again, I don't need to tell you about Wi-Fi on planes. You probably haven't experienced Wi-Fi on planes. I'm quite shocked that in 2024 that isn't something that is readily available, but even if it is, again, just like with data roaming, the charges are absolutely crazy. So definitely check out GigSky's data plans for in-flight services. We actually have a 10-hour flight to Thailand coming up, and it's something that I'm definitely curious to try, just to keep me entertained while we're on that 10-hour flight, if I've had enough of the in-flight videos and movies, which I've often seen most of, to be honest. We choose GigSky, and we hope that this video will convince you to try GigSky too. And don't just take our word for it, but GigSky is even used by the US military, guys. Thank you for your service. And if that, along with 190 countries, 30 airlines, and a global partnership with a mighty Visa isn't enough, then just remember that free 100 megabyte data plan, which you can even just try right now in your home city. Check it out and see how you get on with that. And you can use our discount code CloserLives10 for that 10% discount. What have you got to lose? Honestly, from a pricing perspective, GigSky do not claim to be the cheapest in the market, but they are certainly competitive. And as mentioned earlier, they offer value, service and quality, which just nobody else can match. Data connectivity can often be an afterthought in the rush of getting everything ready for your travels. But with GigSky, you can be ready and be connected from the moment you land. Aside from this free data plan, GigSky offer plans ranging from 500 megabyte all the way up to 50 gigabyte of data. You can get that for up to 30 days, but also you can get unlimited data plans which run in 7 and 15 day intervals. To make this even better, and to thank you for getting this far into the video, we can also offer you a 10% discount code by using the code CloserLives10, and that's a thank you from us to you for sticking around and also for trying GigSky as well. Now, if you're interested in making even more savings and you have a Visa card, be it debit or a credit card, if you head to GigSky via the link below, tap on the Visa tab, you may actually qualify for up to 30% discount. And having used our GigSky eSIM for the last 30 days here in Germany, we can personally vouch for the service. And if you do try it, please do let us know about your experience too in the comments down below. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget your free data. So if you're interested in using GigSky, let us know which country you'll be using it in the comments below, and we will see you in the next video.